It's not possible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is convened at headquarters in Baton Rouge. And my name is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Carolyn Stapleton. To my right is Pete Greenman. On panel today, on staff today here at headquarters, could you introduce yourself, please?
Parolees. Francis Abbott.
Great. And we are hearing a revocation at Ouachita Parish Correctional. Would the staff there please introduce yourself?
Good morning, Deputy Marchand.
Nice to have you with us, Deputy. Today we're hearing a revocation case for Tony Pierre 367003. Is that you, Mr. Pierre?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, nice to have you. Let me explain what we're going to do today. But first, I want to make sure that, do you have in front of you a parole revocation questionnaire? We have a signature on that of March 21.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you've answered accurately, and in doing so, you are not qualified for appointed counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, bear with me one moment. So, Mr. Pierre, for the record, you're a fourth class offender, and your offense that you're currently on probation parole for is possession of a firearm or carrying a concealed weapon by persons convicted of certain felonies and simple burglary. During your parole time, you were found guilty of breaking condition number 4, which states that thank you very much. That you were arrested on October 21st, 2023 for committing the offense of domestic abuse battery, 2 counts. And on February 15th, 2024, you pled guilty to an amended charge of criminal mischief. And count 2 was dismissed. So you have also received a protective order during that time. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So, Mr. Pierre, Ms. Stapleton is going to review some of the material with you and ask you some questions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I don't have any certificates that you completed. Have you completed any programs while you were in there?
Yes, ma'am. When I was living in Baton Rouge, I was at the PBR over there in the halfway house. I completed some classes over there. Yes, ma'am. I stayed over there for like 8-9 months.
Okay, what classes did you?
Thinking for, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the revocation right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Just that. Okay, so the revocation is the domestic abuse, okay? Domestic abuse battery that you plead guilty to criminal mischief, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The parole officer and everything found probable cause that you actually did do domestic abuse battery, because when the police came, the police report, she had blood on her face. Do you know about that?
No, ma'am. I can't.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But she did. She had blood on her face from being hit. It says that your wife, she had blood coming from her nose and blood was on her shirt, and this was her statement that you hit her in the face. And then you told her that she could come in the residence, and then later you told her she could come in the residence, but then you punched her in the nose again. Any memory?
No, ma'am. I don't recall.
Okay. And then you say that that you need to attend AA and NA meetings, okay? And that you had stayed in the O'Brien house. I guess that's where you were talking about in Baton Rouge.
Yes, I did.
Right there. Okay, so, one of the things, I don't know if you remember this or not, but when you make prison phone calls, they're
Mhm.
recorded. I mean, people can listen in. You do know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if y'all had any kind of discussions about that incident, anybody who wanted to listen would, okay?
I got it.
And I know that your wife wrote in that and she did say, yes, he hit me right then. She does say that. And then she said, but she's not afraid of you. And she said that she wants you to be able to come home because y'all can work things out.
Yes, ma'am.
But the law is that, law enforcement brings charges. It's just like coming up on a car wreck and you see an incident, a policeman says, he doesn't say to the people, do you want to press charges? Because there's obvious injuries. And so he's going to bring charges, whatever it may be, DWI or whatever, speeding. And so that's what goes on now with domestic violence. The victim is not asked, do you want to press charges? That's the old ways of doing things.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
new ways, they don't get to ask that because too many victims were afraid to speak. So even though the victim does want to drop charges or whatever, they didn't bring the charges, so they can't drop the charges. So I don't want you to think that your victim didn't do something that maybe she would have done, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want you to know that the state brings charges.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I see where in my opinion, I mean, based upon the information in the PC, you definitely vote, it's a violation of, your probation. That's my opinion.
Mr. Freeman, do you have any questions?
So you pled to criminal mischief, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, sir.
Do you admit there was a physical contact between you and your wife?
I admitted it. Yes, sir. It probably was, but I don't remember because I was drinking under the influence of alcohol at the time.
Okay. Have you ever received alcohol treatment?
I did, and I was in Baton Rouge a couple of years back.
Okay. And have you ever been to the domestic abuse battery class by any chance?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Pierre, I believe that parole violations also revolve around not drinking to the point you don't remember, huh?
Yes, ma'am. I get it. Because I mean, we both was drinking. I get it, and I'm very truly sorry about that. And I'm truly sorry.
Yeah, and I'm truly sorry of the facts of the matter too. I'm going to ask Ms. Stapleton, do you have a comment that you would like to make before Ms. Stapleton would vote?
I mean, the comment that I was saying that I'm trying to change my ways. I'm 50 years old and I'm on a probation roll. I'm parole hold for 8 years, and I mean that's a long time for me to go back and do time. But still, yet, I mean, like you said, it doesn't constitute the right that I made a transgression violation against the rules, and I apologize for that. You know, and I mean, God just grant me some leniency. I try to make it right in the kind of way I can.
Ms. Stapleton, are you prepared?
Yeah, I'm prepared to vote based upon, the fact that you did violate your, probation, right? Parole. You did violate your parole, by the domestic violence and the drinking, okay? I'm gonna revoke.
Mr. Freeman?
My vote is also to revoke because you pled guilty to criminal mischief.
Mr. Pierre, I appreciate your attitude today. I know, so based on the last two votes, I also vote to deny, but I like your attitude, and I really hope that you do take this opportunity to make a difference, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There are rules that we have to follow, and good luck to you, but your parole today has been revoked.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that concludes our business at Washita Correctional. The time is now 9:10. Baton Rouge.